On a cold December evening in Polk County, Florida, just 3 days before Christmas, a family's life would be shattered in one of the most senseless acts of domestic violence imaginable. A night that began like many others, with football on the television, ended in heartbreak, tragedy, and unanswered questions. In this video, we explore the story of Jason and Crystal Kinney, their children, and the horrifying chain of events that transformed a household holiday gathering into a fatal tragedy. A story that grips with its chilling normalcy and devastating impact. It was December 22, 2025 in Highland City, a community near Lakeland in Central Florida. The air was filled with anticipation. Monday Night Football was on the television. The San Francisco 49ers were playing the Indianapolis Colts, and families across the country were winding down their day, ready to enjoy the game. But inside the Kinney household, this Monday night would become devastating. What many might see as a normal family evening, watching a football game, became the backdrop for a nightmare. Jason and Crystal Kinney were married for a couple of years. Jason, 47, was described by officials and neighbors as someone who enjoyed watching sports and had a reputation for drinking. Crystal was a devoted mother, the foundation of her family, according to those who knew her. They had 3 children, a 13-year-old stepdaughter, a 12-year-old son, and a 1-year-old daughter. Neighbors and relatives painted a picture of a family who struggled privately, not one with police calls or documented domestic violence, but one where unresolved tension simmered beneath the surface. The argument began over something many of us have seen countless times in homes across America: the television remote. Jason wanted to keep watching the football game. Crystal didn't. According to Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, Jason had been drinking throughout the evening. The disagreement escalated. Heated words turned into something far more serious. Crystal asked Jason to turn off the TV. The argument heated. And then, in a move that would change everything, she told her 12-year-old son to run to a neighbor's house and call 911. A child sent for help. That moment would remain seared into his memory forever. As her son ran to get help, gunshots rang out. Deputies arrived minutes later. They found Crystal Kinney shot dead inside the home. In a bedroom, they found the 13-year-old stepdaughter, wounded in the shoulder and the face. She was rushed to a nearby hospital. Her survival was nothing short of miraculous. According to law enforcement, the bullet that struck her in the face entered at the bridge of her nose and exited the top of her head. Yet she survived and was alert and able to speak. Sheriff Judd called her survival a Christmas miracle. Meanwhile, the 12-year-old son, who ran for help, was unharmed. And the youngest child, the 1-year-old, was found asleep in a crib, untouched by the violence. After the shooting, Jason fled the home. He called his sister in New York, telling her he had done something very, very bad. He said he would never go to jail. Jason then drove to his late father's home in Lake Wales, where deputies eventually located him. They found him inside a shed. When authorities tried to coax him out, a single gunshot sounded. Deputies entered and found Jason had turned the weapon on himself, ending his own life. Inside the family home, investigators found something that shed light on what may have been a deeper struggle. A handwritten note from Crystal to Jason. In it, she urged him to get help, expressing concern over his drinking and alleged drug use, and telling him he needed God. Friends and family later revealed that Crystal had suffered domestic abuse before, but no official complaints had ever been filed. This contradiction between lived experience and the absence of police records would become a painful reminder of how easily warning signs can be missed. Crystal's loved ones describe her as someone who put her family first, who loved her children deeply. In the wake of the tragedy, community members launched fundraising efforts to support the family's children, now in the care of their grandparents. The surviving 13-year-old continues her recovery in the hospital. Her courage, and the fact that both she and her younger siblings survived such a horrific event, has been called nothing short of extraordinary. This story reminds us of the fragility of human life and the unpredictability of violence. A disagreement that could have ended in a remote control being passed from hand to hand instead escalated into tragedy. It's a stark example of how unresolved pain, untreated stress, and access to firearms can collide with disastrous consequences. And perhaps most heartbreakingly, how quickly ordinary moments can transform into moments of loss. Our hearts go out to the Kinney children and their extended family, who now carry forward without two parents and with memories that will last a lifetime. If you or someone you know is in a situation of domestic conflict or emotional distress, help is available. You are not alone. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative and respectful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deeply reported stories.